What's going on, everybody? It's Big Wheels here. 9Wings, we're on the move with this shit. Monday, as usual. Hopefully, you got your wings, your CBD, and something to sip on. We take you on this mission of nonsense and common sense, slashed up with a little bit of foolishness. What's going on, Willie B?
What's good, sir?
Willie B is getting the highest petrol here.
Yeah, getting that good gas.
Talk about that petrol is super high.
Say it again, sir. I couldn't hear you too much.
I was
The sounds of the beach sounded so amazing.
How high gas has jumped up here in North Carolina, but not as high as it is in certain parts of California, but it is high.
Oh yeah, it's super hot for out here.
Who use 93 octane? Check on them. They're not good right now. They are not good. I know.
Oh no, they're not at all.
Oh, they are sick, brother. I'm talking about sick to the sick.
That's why you should have alternate vehicles to drive.
That's why you need a bicycle.
Yeah, I do a motorcycle. I'm a motorcycle guy. So.
Okay. So
I'm a motorcycle guy that doesn't own a motorcycle.
What would be the price of gas when you say gas is too much?
Shoot. That's too much right now. But I mean, right now, if I was living like in the city, it'll probably be like the city. We're probably looking at maybe like 360, 370, almost $4.
And let me guess, you would be on the train system.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll drive my car unless it's necessary.
What? What kind of is that? You're telling me?
No, you got.
So I don't know. That's why I didn't really like the city, because I didn't like driving into the city and then parking my car in a parking garage and then hopping on the train, bus, or car service taxi. I didn't like the smell of some of those taxis. But yeah, I didn't like that. So I would prefer to be down here where I can drive my car. So I think my limit would be $5.50. Once it goes at $5.50 a gallon, I wouldn't drive anymore. I cannot hear you, Will. Well, Will is gone. We're here all along. It's just me and you, and so we're going to talk about gas here. And the weird thing is, I was just thinking about that during certain times you have certain, when the Republicans are in office, gas seems mighty low. And then whenever Democrats get into the office, the gas goes up. And when Willie B comes back, if he comes back, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna ask him what he thinks about that. And the other thing, there's been a lot of, to me, crazy situations going on in the world, especially in California. First, the high gas prices. They got hit with, I think, a cyclone, and that was kind of crazy when you think about it. Willie B is back. Unmute your microphone, sir.
to you on my end, but I'm good now.
Oh, okay. What I was saying was, I think 550 would be my if gas down here got to 550, then I would have to start thinking about alternative driving situations.
Motorcycle.
I like
Think about
four
it.
wheels.
A gas tank on the motorcycle like 5 gallons, and them joints are getting like 40 to 50, 40 to 50 miles to the gallon, depending on the bike you get.
Have you seen how
Like you ain't
fast
gotta get
those
no
things
crotch
move?
rocket.
Have you seen how fast those bicycles move with those motorcycle engines on
What bikes you talking about?
them? Okay, so once again, we're gonna have to get you up on game, sir.
Oh,
There's a dude
please.
here in Greenville that has one, and the first time I seen him, that shit scared the fuck out of me. So I'm coming down Greenville Boulevard.
Oh, it's
Um,
a regular bicycle.
yeah, I'm coming down Greenville Boulevard, and I see the guy on a 10-speed bicycle, a old school 10-speed, like Lance Armstrong cancer ball 10-speed bike, right?
Okay.
And I pass him. I'm in my Lincoln doing 45. I pass him stopped. I look up in my rear view. Now I'm passing the mall. I'm coming out towards the river, like up towards 10th Street. When I look out my rear view, I see this man on a bicycle, and it looks like the Wizard of Oz. Just like in my head, he was moving so fast, it was like dun 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 dun, and he just
Oh,
and moving in and out of traffic, right, with no helmet
right.
on, and I'm doing 50. I look out my window, and this man's on his bicycle. He looks at me and then leaves me. So he's doing at least 60 miles per hour. I'm about to show you the bike. And you're going to say, like, I'm not going to do that. Uh, that is too dangerous.
I mean, at that particular point of the business, shit's
What?
let me see. I mean, what? I mean, like, this sounds fun. I mean, I guess it becomes yes.
So basically, they put like a 2-stroke gas engine on a bicycle. And you have, like, with a motorcycle, right? You have a big enough body that if you crash, right, you have a little somewhere to go. Um, but with this, sir, I just want you. Well, you can't watch the screen, but the people will be able to, because we don't want you to be watching the screen and driving. But this is what these people
It's
are.
real world, 9 Wings live, moving around.
So this is. Let me show.
Their fastest and lithium-ion battery provides a spectacular 120-mile range and exceptional longevity. Pretty badass for a $1,000 bike, don't you think? With the HPC 2020 Revolution X, the bar is taken for battery. You push the pedal to the metal and still get a range of 100 miles. All that for just $13,000. Top speeds of 64 miles per hour, powered by a 1.2.
He didn't get the electric bike. He did this right here.
You just need a little motor, and then I just placed it right here.
So you get a range of what we're doing.
To ride.
fall, Will. You fall, you're dead pool for life, bro. You fall, you're dead pool for life. You fall, you're dead. You're gonna look like Deadpool when he takes his mask off.
I mean, that's what they had gear for. So you don't have to look like that.
Sir, let me stop the video, everybody. Did you see him with any gear on to protect his ass? Besides that t-shirt and those jeans.
Small ass. I'm not doing that. Yes, I mean, he is going to be a reincarnation of Deadpool, yes. But the fact of the matter is, I, sir, will not be doing such irresponsible writing.
Oh, you won't, you say?
No. I mean, I don't got a motorcycle, I got a helmet and gloves.
So you would ride that with?
So I'm on my way. No, I'm gonna get the whole. I'm gonna get the whole.
So you would get on that regular bicycle. You would get up on that regular bicycle with an engine and a whole Harley Davidson suit. I can imagine you coming down the road right now with your whole leather get up on.
And they got jackets. My airbag's gonna deploy. I'll be like a little ball, roller coaster rolling down the road.
Okay.
Real quick.
I think Willie.
I've been doing this research, bro. I've been doing the research.
Okay, you're breaking up really bad. You're in a bad section of the rural North Carolina area.
This is what happens when you guys live out in the country.
You say you stay out in the country?
Yes.
So what's the difference between country and rural area? Please explain. At a city, if someone says I live in the country or I live in a rural area, what's the difference?
Most likely you get T-Mobile service. Country area, luckily you get Verizon and AT&T, maybe.
So you have broken down country and rural by cell phone service.
Yes, I did. Like, Sprint doesn't work out where I'm at.
Okay.
T-Mobile doesn't work out where I'm at.
Okay.
AT&T barely works. Shoddy. It's real spotty. Spotty.
Okay.
And US Cellular and Verizon is the only two that really works out here. So, what's that say about everybody else? Competition.
So in rural spots, those other places that you speak of that don't get service would get a reception.
Yeah, like in Greenville, we get all the carriers. We fine.
So you're not saying Greenville's a city. So Greenville is the rural area.
Am I saying that?
Yeah, I mean,
Greenville is not Raleigh. Raleigh will be considered a city.
Hold on. So you consider Raleigh the city and not Greenville the city?
Greenville is somewhat city.
What do you have to be a city?
Tall buildings and stuff, bro. Like, I ain't got
hold on. We do got tall buildings now. They just
what? 30 stories high? Yeah, no stories, man. Y'all got like what?
It's like 5 or 6. 5 or 6. Come on, man.
Ain't nothing, man. Where I'm coming from, that's nothing.
But you know why we don't have 30-foot buildings? We have enough land that we don't have to put people on top of people. so you don't have to
Which is
build up.
fine. Yeah, which I
And
cut down a lot more trees now.
and we're too close to the coast, and we have too many hurricanes to put tall buildings up.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's not really.
So does that can't dictate? That can't dictate. Um, that can't dictate what a city is, whether it has buildings
Right.
or not. That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
So Greenville's a city
the
just like it is.
population is not that great. Like businesses don't come here. Businesses don't really want to come here. We can't even grow an airport here unless we get like 100,000 or more.
We're at 90-some thousand now, bro.
Yeah, we ain't hit the 100,000 mark yet.
But we're at 90, and you helped get us there, sir.
I will help us get there.
You already helped us. We were at 90. We were like knocking at 90 like 2 years ago, and I heard that we were over.
No, we was knocking at 90 about 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Because I was talking to the guy at
So we're probably at 95 now. We're probably at 95. And why I say that is within the last 3 years, you helped bring 2 kids into the area. So two new bodies. So you helped bring the population up, sir. And I congratulate you. You're
I mean, I have no problem, putting my contribution to.
In the words of Tyler the Creator, thank you for not pulling out and making our population grow, sir. Thank you. Now, I don't know if you want to continue that path of doing that.
No, sir. No, sir.
Go ahead and pop us to that 100,000 because
No, nah, sir. I'm good. I don't want to
my
be.
baby making days is over with. I just practice a lot. I'm like Big Pun.
I don't want to be Genghis Khan, sir.
Why not?
I'm not that kind. I don't have that.
You don't want to have your genes to set into like 1/3 of the population. Just think about how ill.
I mean, the Cannon could afford him.
I don't think he was taking care of all his children.
Why would he not be taking care of his children? What is the point?
Because he's a warrior. So you have them times when
he's a warrior.
Listen, he was a warrior. Genghis Khan, they took over stuff. So he went into villages, and he's seen some good looking women, and some of them he talked back, and some of them he like, yo, I'm gonna tap you here. And one or two of them, if he was that kicking seeds like that, one or two of those people in foreign lands probably had some of his seeds, and he didn't take care of those children. He went back to his throne, and he sat down with the ones he brought back, and them little people were out there doing whatever they were doing, raising his spawns by themselves. I'm pretty sure.
But how's that dealing with Nick Cannon?
Say it again.
How does Nick Cannon have this correlation with Genghis Khan?
Because for some reason he thinks that his genes are probably because he's making a lot of children right now. But it's weird. It's weird to see a person nowadays have more than 4 or 5 children. But he has the money to take care of them, so he might be looking at a dynasty. See, certain races, we don't want to get in trouble, they plot and plan and have patience. And Nick has been not funny and kind of like that race for a while. So he's probably plotting like they are for his children to take his money when he's gone and do certain things. And if he has enough of them and he has a bond between them, well, he could make some power moves within Hollywood once he's gone. Okay. Think about this. Even better, you remember the video we watched about the people that marry their kids off at like 13? You remember how all those families basically set all their children up money wise so that they would be straight in the future? I think that's what Nick is doing. Because if you think about it, right? Because like the father says, they make sure that the kid has money, and then they make sure that the industry that he is in, the kid learns. And he says he has like, remember he said he had like 7 sons and all did the construction in the city or in that town.
Right.
That's an industry. That's an industry. He built an industry. So Nick might be doing that in Hollywood. Like Genghis Khan went into cities and basically took the princesses and made princesses, and his job was war. He showed them how to war, and they ended up conquering at that time the known world. They ended up conquering everything under the blue sky. That's deep. Because everything's under the blue sky.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think it. So, but modern day today, in order for you to able to, I mean, guys do it all the time. Guys be having sex with mad women all the time. Have different things, whatever. But these guys, can't take care of it. They can't take care of the children.
Are you sure they can't take care of them, or they won't take care of them?
Huh?
Are you sure they can't take care of them, or they won't take care of them?
I think it's a bit of both.
Explain.
Some, like my cousin, she had to go through that with her baby father. And this is only one kid. And he was a case of won't take care of his kid.
Okay, so won't take care of his kids. And what do you mean by
Right. Won't.
Financially, mentally, physically, spiritually?
Both. All of that. Like you want to be a part-time father for 5 minutes, and then you feel like you're the best dad in the world. But that being a dad for 5 minutes don't cut it. Period. They don't cut it at all. There's no substance in that. You know, meat and potatoes. Like what? Like come on. Like you gotta be there.
So, with a man like that, would he be going off of what he learned in the past?
I feel like there's things that are linked, and some guys, I think it's because the parents don't like the daughter or whatever. I mean the baby mother or whatever. So
Okay, now I'm gonna say something that I don't know who your cousin is, and if she's listening, she's probably gonna be mad at me. I'm sorry, ma'am, but wouldn't that be a kind of bad decision or like decision in her judgment?
I mean yeah, she knew that. She realized that like after she was young. So
Okay.
I get it.
Okay, now
I get it. Like she gets it. Like she's like, damn.
Children after
Like,
you? Is she married now?
She married somebody else yet.
Okay.
After.
Afterwards, so she rebound back. She didn't get caught in what I call chasing the ghost of the bad Negro.
Nah,
So
not
that
at all.
that is tell her I am very proud of that, because so many women get lost in chasing the ghost of the bad Negro, and sometimes I'm like, I don't even talk to that Negro. No, you don't, but you chase dudes that have that same mentality, lack of capability, and basically lack of, at the end of the day, it's a lack of respect and trust for the person.
Right.
Because, like, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you have to ask yourself, women have intuition. So she knows this Negro ain't, or this dude, or this person, or this woman is not worth nothing, right? But for some reason, because of companionship and that we're sinful and not perfect, we look for that flawed individual to give us what they can't even give themselves. And what happens?
Right.
We end up pouring all our love, emotion, time, effort, energy, and sometimes our life spirit to something that don't want nothing for themselves. I, and then you turn around
No.
and you see this for 3 or 4 months, right? You see this for 3 or 4
Right.
months.
So those were the flags kick up.
That's where the red flags come up, like Facebook. You see the red flags. But even when we
Right.
see the red flags, we watch them, right? We see the red flags, we watch them. What do? Ignore, move forward. Then we get the big red flag with the referee coming out, throwing the flag down on the ground, flag on the play. And what do? That's when we
Right.
start listening to Jesus. We turn our cheeks 77 times. I ain't see it. He ain't bad. She ain't bad. You ain't gonna tell me that. They making it up.
Right. So, but that's what kind of made me upset. Like when I was in high school and stuff. Like I'm like, I granted we kids, you know, life has the things we have to grow and everything like that. But it's the good girl like the bad guy situation. Like I don't understand what is it that they get from it. I really didn't understand. Like this dude is not good. Like some girls look at texturing or what. I mean, some of these girls they have the mother and father in the house that probably take care of her, you know, and some don't. But it's what is it about that would attract your daughter to this guy?
If you're in the comment section, if you dated a bad guy, ladies, or fellas, if you even had a bad girl, in the comment section, let us know why. We need to know why. Willie B wants to know why you had
I'm
a bad
just
person.
saying, I'm just saying, and it's crazy because I gotta go. I might have to. I have to. But I'm just saying that I just never understood the point of going when you see all these red flags.
He beats me because he loves me.
Like let's take the guy now, right? Like a lot of guys right now, like I have these conversations now because I'm more wiser as I've gotten older. You can't raise a grown man. That's not your job. Like a lot of these girls now be giving away wifey shit to dudes that are not husband material. Let alone you treat them like a husband, but the ring ain't there. You know what I mean? None of that's there. Hell, you're not even engaged.
Sir, I'm going to ask you a serious question. Have you ever been treated like a husband before you were a husband?
Have I?
Yes.
Kind of, yes.
Doom,
Kind of.
doom,
But I appreciate it.
What do you mean by
But hold on. But it's all right. I get it. But there were still some things that were still held back until you get married.
Okay.
Like you ain't getting all of it.
What do you mean? Okay, were you and a person living together?
far as the scenario.
Yeah, if the person was giving you husbandly treatment, you had to be either co-living together, or over
Some
there.
girls they ain't gotta be living with them.
So, what is the husband treatment that a woman would give you, Willie B?
Cook for you every day.
Okay.
Probably iron your clothes, do your laundry. Give you money. All around wife shit. And you getting the cookie. So, or in country ways. So,
Basically,
you know, giving up too much.
okay. Now,
I think that shit needs to be dialed back, bro. Like, you want to get a motherfucking sample what you can do? Fine, you know. But it ain't a habit. If you want that habit, you
most
gotta
men,
put work in
once
for
you
it.
get married, your wife doesn't end up doing all the things that was the other way. Am I not correct?
I don't think that applies to all women, but
A lot of them, I'm gonna say a lot of them it does, because they'll start out a certain way, and as time goes on, once they trap you, did I say trap? Once they get you, then
it goes both ways, though, bro.
I haven't trapped no woman yet.
Yeah.
As I was saying,
Who you are, sir? But okay. Ooh, bougie. Hey,
I plead the fifth.
bring some wings on over here, baby. You know,
I plead
bring a
the
little
fifth.
sweet tea right on you. Come on.
I plead the
Right. So anyway,
fifth.
I'm just saying. So what I'm saying is, you know, you can't give up too much of your status, man. You can't give too much of yourself. A lot of people ain't appreciate it. This is like even when I had to look at my brother, like I had to tell him, like, man, like you gotta find somebody that is for you and you for that person.
So you don't think they're appreciated?
Nah, not at all. Especially like, remember that term, be my bottom girl, or
The bottom,
or yeah, bottom girl, or what was the other term?
down ass hoe.
She's
Number one hood
the
rat.
one that hold me down all the time, like she's the hold me down one. So why is the chick that holds you down all the time the last priority? I don't understand it. Why is that?
You want me to be?
She's the one who's got your back 100 grand, and you treat her more like shit than anybody else.
You want me to be real? Most times, the one that really holds you down are quiet, shy, reserved, and don't have time for the bullshit, right? Even though they hold you down, they're not as fun as Little Miss Thought. I'm gonna be real with you. They're not gonna give you the sensation of the girl that runs around thinking that she's an Instagram model. Okay? So you're gonna give.
But are you taking the time to know that though? Because you're always on the move.
Even if you get to know her, like only
like,
a real,
there's certain shit that I noticed that people can bring out of other people. Like
only a real man.
Insecurity or the shyness when they're around you.
But now watch this. Think about this. Only a real man is gonna bring that out. A fake man is going to make her go even further in her shell and put up an even bigger wall. Ladies, if you feel I'm correct, chime in. Because, see, the real man is going to be trying to build up the confidence. He's going to be trying to make her know that she is beautiful to him and that she's wonderful. The dude is just trying to get in her pants. He don't care. Like she might be down on just feeling down about something simple like her hair not doing well, and maybe she all the bills. The real man, yo, here go a little something. Go get your hair done. Not now. The other dude, he might say, "Yo, here's some money. Get your hair done, yo, and I got a room. Fuck your hair up later on tonight." She just got over her confidence about not hearing her hair done. Want to mess it up. Why don't you just take her out on the town so she can show her beautiful hair off and then drop her off with a deep, passionate kiss that makes her mentally
Right.
think about you? But we don't think that way because we're men and we're animals and we think with him down below and the love down below takes over and you try to get in the drawers. And all men do this.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't fool yourself. Like I be listening to some of these Negroes acting like they walk with Jesus. Don't fool yourself. All Negroes have these thoughts. Even your pastor. He be preaching and he be looking out in the congregation thinking he hoped the bars of Jericho fall down.
damn
So
it, mine eye. Damn it, mine eye. Thou shalt not tempt me. Reverently, I love.
I shall lay my
Shit,
hand
man.
on your heart where it's hurting.
Because,
Yeah, and that's the thing we fail to realize. Just like on the Adam and Eve podcast, on one of the episodes we were talking about dating, and that goes back into truly dating a person and knowing how to really date. Most people don't know how to date because they weren't taught
right.
how to go on a date. So you don't know what a date is. You think you know, but you really don't know. Willie B's sound is out again, but he'll be back in a second.
I'm back.
Okay. So as I was saying, especially in the black community, we really don't know how to date. Okay. And like I was blessed to be around my dad and some other men's. This one guy named Mr. Campbell. One day,
Okay.
I did some work with Mr. Campbell. So at the end of the day, we were getting ready to go home. He pulled in the Bilks. We were at the car. I was like, "What's in Bilks?" He said, "Oh, I'm gonna tell you a secret. You want to take your woman on a date? I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna buy the panties I want to see her in, the bra I want to see her in, the dress and the shoes, and I'm gonna put it in a box. I'm gonna buy a card, put a note in it. I'm gonna drop you off. I'm gonna go get a hotel room." I said, "I'm young." I said, you got a spot here?" "Yeah, I already got a sitter that's gonna be with the kids. We're gonna go to the hotel room. She's gonna meet me there. I'm gonna buy me an outfit and something that she likes to see me in, the color she likes to see me in, and I'm gonna tell her to meet me at this restaurant that's below the hotel, and we're gonna have a special dinner. And then I'm gonna take her out and blah blah blah. My man, he's gonna let me come out on the farm. We're gonna go out there and have a wine and cheese by the horses late night. Then I'm gonna bring her back to the room." So I'm like, 15. I was like, "Why don't you like you could just keep her home?" He said, "Right, that's what she's used to. But her environment changes, her mood changes. This is something she's not expecting." He said, "That's the thing that gets a woman. It's your thought putting into the process within the date. Because anybody can go to the movie and the dinner, but it's the experience. The experience. And we as black people, we have been we've been excluded from life experiences in general. So why should we expect that we will understand dating and the experience of it unless it's told or given to us? You know, my dad, he told me to take a girl to a museum, not realizing you really can't get freaky in a museum. Like he covered himself and me. Like, but you also get to have deep conversations and get to know about people by talking about the artwork, seeing how their mind works and what they're seeing. And a lot of us,
Right.
didn't get that, don't understand that, and won't understand that because we are locked in a cycle. And now in this new day age, everything microwave. You want a video game, you want a video chat, you want to text real quick. There's no time to really get to know someone. Take someone on a date, and right before you get ready to go out to start the date, pull up a Ziploc bag and put both cell phones in it, zip it up and put it in the trunk of your car, and go the whole night without the cell phone, and just have to deal with each other. Each other. I don't
Oh
think
yeah.
I don't think people are ready for that.
Some are. Now, do they want to go through with it? Maybe not.
Now,
Well, I do believe some are.
okay. Now, the other thing about that thing is getting back to us not experiencing stuff, right? And going full circle back to Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's children are going to be able to experience life differently than any other side chick, baby mama, like because he has enough money, and most of these women he's knocking up, he has some type of business or business relationship with. Just think about it. It's strategy. He might be playing the ultimate game of chess with semen chess. My queen takes your king. Checkmate.
Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, that's kind of. So with that being said, right? So is that the game that um Lil Wayne and them dudes was playing at first,
Nah.
or they were just doing it just to do it, just to get multiple girls pregnant?
Oh, they was Wayne was just he was just hitting beautiful girls because he could rap at the time. I don't think Wayne thought that deep into it, sir. Look at the women that he knocked up. I'm I know people. I shouldn't say it that way, but that's what happened. Like that's when you have to get back to the question. You heard Lil Wayne's rap before you let him put it in. He told you what he's going to do. This is not something like
Right,
he just came up with after the fact.
right. So which puts that also in the hands of, say, Future, mad baby mothers.
He's another one. Future probably in school was a dude that probably didn't get girls. Probably had an awkward voice. Even when you watch Future, he seems a little awkward at times, right? He probably was that awkward kid in school. When you're the awkward kid in school and then you're able to get tail, oh, you tapping and not pulling out. You super stroking. Because you don't know no better. You never thought you'd be in this position. You don't know what to do. You're in game 7.
Think so?
Yeah.
So, cause these girls, man, I
I mean, the only one who did he get pregnant in the industry? Sierra, and who else in the industry? Sierra, right?
think it was Sierra, and I think some chick that was on the come up, but I don't remember. I don't think she's coming up.
Right. So Sierra. So these these kids like Mariah's twins, the girl from Loving Hip Hop, the other kid that he's got. These are industry people. And industry kids usually end up marrying other industry kids. That's why I said it might be the ultimate game. How did Michael Jackson end up getting part of Elvis's collection?
You think he really dug in that deep?
Boy,
Oh,
Michael
maybe.
probably
I
hit.
don't.
Michael probably came in there and hit that thing in nothing but blue suede shoes. Let that one sink in. And then probably walked out after having blue singing Hound Dog. Probably came in swinging that.
Hey, yo,
One for the money, two for the show. Turn around, girl, let me go, go, go. Come on.
he's
What
probably on
you
that Annie. Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? But it's just the fact of I never thought about dudes probably trying to think about that in a strategic way.
So
But
yes,
I just got. But then, all right. Let's just. All right. So being in that category, because I'm starting to look at celebrity as class systems, right? So they're here, like you got celebrities, then you got your billionaires, which they're kind of like the controllers. Then you got your guys like your Joe Buttons, that's like the come up guys, and then you got us down here. Now the guys down here, they're having sex with mad chicks, whatever, whatever, and have like mad kids out there, right? Could that concept still work at this level? And that concept can work at any level.
okay, let me explain you how the concept worked for my family. My grandmother had like 22, 23 kids, something like that. So all those kids and worked were like the overseers over the people that worked on the farms. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Y'all draw up how you want to draw behind that. So that means your upper management is your children, and your workers are the people out from the street. The separation is you, the children, and the workers. Your workers don't come to you with the problem; they come to your children. Your children come to the problem. So you set up basically a corporation within your family in the farming community. That's where they had children like that big back then. But once they stopped doing the
Right.
farming, you don't have that same conglomerate, so you don't have big families. So yes, on a small level in small towns, yes, it can work that way. Now, it also can work against you.
Why would that
Let's just say you're the power structure in the city. You get one of the side chicks pregnant, you and her don't get along, her and the kid disappears, but he's the oldest of all the siblings by blood.
be? Okay.
You have you get married, you have other children. You kind of kick him out like a stepchild. You die. He comes up and claims the throne for everything you got by blood. And when I say the throne, I mean he takes the business, houses, whatever, by blood, because he's the firstborn. And then he can divvy out what he wants to his siblings, unless there's a will written ahead of time that divvies everything up. If not, you go into probate, and then the court decides. If this other kid has a little bit of money and his mother might know this is going to happen, so she might be setting up. So she ends up marrying a lawyer or dealing with a lawyer, and he's giving this kid legal advice. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that goes on. So that's why a lot of these people who do have power positions like Nick Cannon, it's rare they have a lot of children because they don't want kids to be fighting over the succession after they're gone. So you keep it one or two.
But if you divvy it up,
They still can force it to go to probate because somebody, family members, somebody's gonna feel like they're short of something.
But if it's already written in the contract or written in the will, how can you fight that? It's already written. It's what the person wanted.
Do you remember the Playboy Bunny, Anna Nicole Smith?
Yeah.
When that billionaire died and left her all the money, her and her son?
Okay.
And it took her many, 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 many years to get the money, and by the time she did, she damn died and all that shit, right? Well, that's because his son, who was like 70-some years old, took her to probate court, over the dad's estate that he left to her because he said the dad, even though he wrote the will, wasn't in sound mind and body. Loophole 101.
What? Damn. So really, I mean, if somebody really want to contest in the family, then you ain't gonna really be able to win. I mean, you probably might, depending on what it is.
Maybe, possibly.
But because if the family doesn't approve, they can literally go back against the person's will and fight it. Now, if the person, like today, modern day today, now if they have this video and the person's in sound mind and this, that, and third, blah, 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 could they overturn that still?
But what is sound mind? If you're dead, there's only the evidence that can be brought in court to prove the things you did that will bring to the character of sound mind.
So why? So then, wouldn't it make sense now that we know to give the stuff to the people now while you're alive, so therefore there won't be a battle about it after?
Yes, I believe that way.
I mean, if you look at a guy like Bill Gates, he got kids.
He gave all his wealth away. His kids isn't giving anything. So
But why would you do that if you got enough money for generational wealth? Is there a deeper underlying there?
Well, Bill Gates' parents didn't have any money. He made his own money. So he's saying you need to make your own money. The dude from the news is Anderson Cooper's doing the same thing with his adopted child. He said he's not leaving him anything in the will.
That's crazy.
Now, as a kid, he could contest that, but he's already. If you look at Bill Gates, look it up. Bill Gates is already liquidating his assets. His kids aren't going to get anything. Only one that's probably going to get a big lump sum is that wife and the divorce settlement.
So it's possible the wife could give the kids something what she got left.
She could, but I think they had a joint agreement that they weren't going to leave the kids anything because they made their own money. It
But
was
I'm pretty sure there's a loophole there.
ooh.
People pay for loopholes.
See, that's the thing.
Donald Trump pays for loopholes.
But who has more money, Donald Trump or Bill Gates? Who can pay for the loophole to outdo your loophole? Me and Bill Gates.
Gates at this particular point.
Bill Gates against his child, who he's already not giving any money to in court. He finds a loophole. Oh shit! They're gonna have a continuation, and they're gonna find book law and work that shit in and make a damn loophole out of that shit. You're not gonna win that shit. You might win if he's dead, but we also
But you gotta wait. But then by the time he's dead, all that stuff is gonna be gone.
he gives it out through the
So
foundation.
the son couldn't get the foundation?
What you gonna do with a non-charity foundation?
I don't know.
The foundation is to give out money. That's when you go to jail. It's a nonprofit. You give yourself the money, you going to jail. Either way, he doesn't win.
So how do these companies survive? Like, if I create a company and it's nonprofit, how do these people survive?
Profit and nonprofit. You have a for-profit company and a nonprofit company.
Right. So, but there's people that say, yeah, I have a nonprofit company, but somehow, some way, they still able to live, especially if,
I've seen some of those names on like PPP loan, and some of those people own nonprofits also. My thing is, it's like anything with business. They don't tell you all of it. They tell you part of it, So we as a people, we have to read more between the lines, more of what's going on. Once again, Willie B is gone. He might be back. I think he is. He's a Zoom user today. Will he be the Zoom user? What's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. But you took a text in the middle of the show, bro?
No, what you call it? Somebody actually called me.
Wow.
I'm not used to being that,
You're not used to being a what?
I used to being that, nobody really called. I mean, I don't,
No one really calls you.
I had activity today. I mean, I talk to people, but I'm not used to that much activity in the morning. There's only a few people I talk to.
Well, it's a good day then. You've already started up talking to everybody you need to talk to get the day started.
Yeah, but it interrupted my mojo
here. You're Austin Powers. You'll get it back. Just start walking around and
yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Behave.
Okay, so
behave.
So, okay. So, yeah. So, nonprofits, right? How is these people still able to live, afford rent, do all this other stuff, have employees, pay them in a nonprofit organization? How is that possible?
Donations, fundraisers, and gifts.
Gotcha.
I'm not saying it's a lot of begging, but it's a lot of pleading for money.
It's a lot of begging. If I need X amount of dollars to continue my work to do this here, and I'm like, hey, you want to help me out? Hey, do you believe in what I'm doing? Hey, this, that, third. People can say yay, no, but see, nonprofit organizations kind of put you in a little binded situation.
Grant money from the government. Most of your churches are nonprofits.
but all right. So to me, my brain and stuff that I know now and stuff that I'm coming into, I don't want a nonprofit because it's like you're holding me by the balls. So you can kind of tell me yay or nay or tell me what to do and what not to do. Who to mess with, who not to mess with. You kind of control my company.
I mean, if you stay in a city in a subdivision that has a home association, they do the same thing on the house that you pay and buy.
Hmm.
Everything's about control. Everything's about control. That's why they don't want you to be a.
Because everybody wants that throne, huh? Everybody wants to sit in the chair, right?
Well, they're sitting in the chair. I mean, the circus in
But
town
can you have your own chair though? Like, why you need somebody else's chair?
because they don't have anything.
Because that's kind of like the Game of Thrones. Like everybody fighting for this one spot. Like, but you know how much land it is? Like, you can have all the damn. I mean, it's enough. Like 6 acres of your own little kingdom, everybody will be good.
But even if you had 6 acres, that's why they have all these rules, regulations, citations, and all these things that go against that you have to stay in their guidelines, even if you have your own land. Listen,
It really is not your own land. It's not yours. It still belongs to the state and the government.
this land is my land. Just think what a song says. This land is your land, but this land is my land. Hold on, wait 1 minute. So we both have ownership of this, of my land, and you own my land, and it's our land? No. This land is my land. Your land is your land. That's how it should go. But
Right.
This land, the person saying this land is my land. This land is our land. No. No. And that's the problem. Let's just say,
Yeah.
Chris Brown, he buys $5 million house. He wants to put graffiti on the side of his house. He gets a fine for putting graffiti on his house, on his land, on his property.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So you have to ask yourself, just like your car, you pay for your car, right? But
Right.
if you don't register it, don't pay your taxes and all that on the car that you already own, they will come take it. So is it your car? Oh, I'm not paying. I'm not paying no taxes. Oh, okay. You're delinquent. We're gonna take your car. Think about it. Do we really own anything?
So this is why in the Bible it says you come in as you leave.
I would guess
Came
so.
in this world naked, nothing else. You're gonna leave the world the same way. Can't take none of it with you. So really, do you own it?
Yeah, material wealth is nothing. I mean, when they say store, when I think of them saying store wealth in heaven, I think about here. the wealth of knowledge that you have here
Yeah,
is the only thing that
because you got guns, then you got butter.
in the U.S. government they will take the sell
Shit.
it for welfare butter and take your guns and lock you up. That's the U.S. government. I'm gonna be real with you. If you're certain persuasion of the color esuasion, but that's 9 Wings for today. You know, we had some good topics today. I think my favorite part
Yeah,
was, you know, hmm, I like the I like the the bike with the fast ass engine. That man was doing 90 miles per hour, no 76 miles per hour on a Huffy. If he hit the car
Huffy with no gear.
with no gear, one speed, go. My
Shit, that mother can go places. He can go places that them police officers can't go.
But here's the next thing: did he modify the brake system on that? Because you would
It
have
don't
to
look like,
modify it to stop that bad boy going that fast.
but it didn't look like he did. So you might have to have 4 pieces of them little rubber things in your bag. You know, you're like, he's like, okay, well, let me gauge my distance where I'm gonna have to slow down. You know,
Have you ever been flipped off the bike by stopping too fast?
yes.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Peace, everybody. We'll see you next, see you next Monday at 10 p.m. Catch us on all streaming platforms.
Oh, my chest hurt.
And remember, gas is going to keep going up for a while, bro, because the holidays is coming. And if, Halloween is coming up, we probably won't see you before Halloween. Remember, be safe. Yeah, you're going to have a mask on, but, Corona's still out there. Check your kids' candy, all that stuff. And it's a demon holiday. So we'll see y'all next week. All right. Peace.
Chicken wings all over the place. This is Willie B, and that's Big
Right
Bougie.
there. Demons and devils, and they at the church right now. Just think about that one. Trunk through at the church. Oh my God. I was like, hold on. The woman was dressed up as a witch, and somebody was like I don't know, like a zombie type looking person. And kid came up like Batman, and then there's the church sitting behind you. I was like, I should screenshot this. This is ill ass shit. Like, where do you see
Oh
witch
my gosh.
zombie?
Oh, quick before you go. Shout out to your CBD people.
Yeah, I just finished this. That's why I've been kind of very energetic. This is some
I didn't even know CBD can
yeah. This is raspberry lemonade from the Mellow Stove, Lake City, Florida. Um, yo, they've got some incredible gummies. Um, I've been giving them around here in the city to different people. I'm transforming back into the hemp man. Um, and yeah, the experiences I've been getting back are very lovely. These people are having euphoric things. Um, can't party hard. Like, hey, I'm already messed up, man, and I feel great. I mean,
get. Yeah, and your 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 pain doesn't really mess with you as much.
pain doesn't. I have a bad leg, and I used to be prescribed perks and oxys. Yeah, young kids, you probably wanted my life. I did not want that shit. So, a little testimonial. I literally stopped taking the perks and oxys, and I switched over to marijuana. And I told the doctor that, and he was like, So he told me about hemp, but this is like before it really blew up like it was. Late years later down the line, I was having pain. Someone said, "Hey man, you should try smoke some CBD." So I smoked some CBD, and it took the pain level down, like way down. And over the years, I've been dealing with CBD, but some of the best CBD I have ever got. Now, I don't say this about a lot of stuff. I got from the mellows. And that is the truth, bro. Like, if you have like a nasty attitude, I'm being real. This girl that I know, I gave her like some of the cubes. She said she's just been like in a wonderful place. Like, just feel good. Because
Wow.
it it helps your mental conditioning. It helps take off depression. So instead of being on something like a Zoloft, you could be on, some CBD cubes, and then for the kids who want to, or the young adults over 21 who want to smoke weed but legally don't want to get in trouble, they have Delta 8. And Delta 8 flowers smoke just like regular weed and gives you a very euphoric feeling. So most times on the podcast, when you see me smoking, I'm smoking Delta 8. And a lot of people think, oh, he's smoking blunts. It's not. It's Delta 8. So Delta 8, they have it down there. So at the end of the podcast, you will see the logo and you will also see the contact information. Yo, tell them 9Wings sent you. And tell them to go hurry up and come up with that big bougie strand of CBD. And after that, and one last thing, we're going to have a moment of silence for Willie B, for he cannot try the CBD. But when he do, he will, and he will be very, very happy.
Bro, I can't wait some new thing for my car for air fresheners. This is the raceway.
You do what?
Air freshener. Now, people got the trees and all that shit in the car. We get the little things that we put on the air vents and all that.
Yeah.
Well, since I got cup holders, I decided to go with one of these. And bruh, apple cinnamon all day long. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Some special things coming out, and you might be able to get the 9Wings diffuser by Willie B.
Oh man,
this man is already in the holiday spirit. Apple cinnamon like it's Thanksgiving. It ain't even holiday.
Damn right. Hey, it gotta be. This is going year round, baby.
All year round, he just smelling like apple cinnamon. He hop out the car. Who smells like a pie? It's him. What you wearing?
That's right.
But we're gonna see y'all next week. We're out.
All right.